I have felt disgusted looking at a fat body. Can our agreeers please step forward? Whoever feels compelled to start us off.
Well, it's unacceptable to be fat.
Okay. That's a great start.
Indeed. This is a great way to start. Today is the day, folks. I am so freaking excited about this. Today's the day that I finally get to figure out whether I am fatphobic. And not only do I get to read through this wonderful article that was created for us, we also get to take this test. And at the end of the test, I assume that it tells me whether I'm fatphobic or not. And I have a feeling that it's going to say that I am. So let's just go ahead and jump into this. This has the potential to be a really long video. I don't want it to be. The article's a little bit long, but we're just going to get through it, right? I highlighted some areas, right? So the first thing that it says is, I encourage everyone to ask themselves, am I fatphobic? Am I fatphobic? Probably. And I'm okay with that. It is what it is, bro. So let's move on. Fatphobia is sneaky. Most people are not just going to most people are not just going to walk up to someone and say things like, you really shouldn't be fat if you want a place to sit. It's kind of fucked up. You're fat and I think that's gross. I'm equating your body fatness with your health and judging you. I just presume you're lazy because you're fat. If you're fat, it's because you have no self-control. So the first thing that I want to say is that the article is correct. Most people aren't just going to walk up to someone and be a dick, right? Unless you have no filter, right? And who does that? Kids. Kids don't have a filter. Kids are fucking mean. They will walk up to someone and say some shit because they don't have a filter. It is what it is, right? But the other thing that I'll say is, if you're fat, it's because you have no self-control. I agree with that statement. 100% agree with that, right? Fat people don't become fat by having self-control. You're fat simply because you don't have self-control. You can't help yourself but to shove your face full of fucking pie, right? Baskin Robbins, French fries, whatever it is, dude, pizza, whatever is your vice, right? You can't help that. It's what you do. That's why you're fat. So, however, fat shaming with a positive spin, such as saying you need to watch your weight for health reasons. Yeah, dude. Yeah. What's wrong with that? You're not going to go up to a stranger and say some shit like that, but your friend? Yeah, why wouldn't you go up to your boy and be like, hey, bro, looking a little fat. You should do some shit about that, right? Like, friends do that, especially male friends. We do that. That's how we show each other that we love each other, right?
Bob had bitch tits.
You tell them, hey, bro, you ever want to get married and have kids, dude? You need to stop eating pie. Go work out. You're fat. Fix that shit. You know what I mean? It's common sense, dude. Let's move on to look at this cute little picture, dude. It's so jeez, dude. It's so stupid. Look, I'm not attracted to fat bodies. Yeah? And so what? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with not being attracted to fat bodies, right? It's no different than a woman who's not attracted to a man who's shorter than her, right? It is what it is. You're not attracted to who you're not attracted to. Bro, people aren't attracted to fat people, right? And hold on, let me clarify this real quick. I just want to say this. There's a difference between wanting to marry someone and having a fetish. And what I mean by that is people will do things with fat people because it's kind of a fetish of theirs. You know what I mean? However, no one's looking up to make a fat person their spouse. That's not how that works. That is not how that works. No one is wifing up some fat chick unless they don't have any other options. It is what it is. You can get upset with me all you want. That's facts. Let's move on. Oh, and here's the crux of the article. This is exactly what we need to know, right? Fat phobia is internal or external discrimination against fat bodies. Okay, well, discrimination against fat bodies, I'm sure, fat phobia. But when you say that it's internal, are you trying to tell me that you could be fat phobic with yourself? Right? You're telling me that internally, I have a problem with my fatness. I don't see a problem with that. Yes. What's wrong with that? Right? You should have a problem with your fatness. It should be a fucking problem. You shouldn't want to be fat. You should look in the mirror and be like, damn, dude, I'm fat. I need to lose some fucking weight, dude. Like, holy shit. Like, I'm not okay with this. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But going back to here, where it says external discrimination, dude, nobody should be a dick to you. Nobody should be walking up to you being an absolute fucking dick, right? Like if someone came up to you at the mall and was like, bro, I don't know you, but I just wanted to let you know that you're a fat piece of shit. Bro, handle business in that. You know what I mean? Smack the shit out of them. Just, like handle that. Like nobody should be walking up to anybody and talking shit like that. It's rude. It's not okay. Matter of fact, I'm willing to bet that if you did that in public and other people saw you and they heard what they said to you, they would cheer you on. It doesn't matter if you're fat or not. People are going to cheer you on for whooping the person's ass who came up to you talking shit. People shouldn't be a dick, right? There we go. So we're just going to move on with that. Fat phobia includes the fear of becoming fat. Nothing wrong with that. Yet again, what is the problem with that? Hating your body. If you're fat, you have every right to hate your body. There's nothing wrong with that, dude. How does that make it that emotional term right here, fat phobia? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Advocating for people to lose weight. Nothing wrong with that either. Commenting on people's body weight. Well, first of all, that's just rude. You shouldn't do that unless it's your boy or your girlfriend or what not. When I say girlfriend, I'm talking about a woman speaking to another woman. You shouldn't be telling your girl like, "Hey, bro, like you're fat." like it's not okay. I mean, yeah, nah, it's not okay. It's not okay. You shouldn't do that. Negative thoughts about your own body weight. Nothing wrong with that. Negative thoughts about other people's body weight. Okay, well, it says negative thoughts. There's nothing wrong with that. If you have a negative thought about the way that someone else looks, as long as you're not being a dick about it and you're not speaking to them about it, who fucking cares? Stop trying to control the way that I think. It's not cool. I don't like it. Get out of here with that bullshit. Not advocating for inclusive spaces for all body sizes. What in the bro? What does that mean? Not advocating for inclusive spaces for all body sizes? What? How is it my problem if you can't fit into a small space? It's not my problem. It's not my problem. Are you saying that we should make bigger spaces? And who are these we? Like, who's going to make these bigger spaces? Who's funding that, right? Like, are we going to make bigger elevators that could lift more weight? Like, who's going to put these in all the buildings? Who's going to design these? This has to come from somewhere. You know what I mean? Like what are you talking about? You're making your problem everyone else's problem. And I have a fucking problem with that. I don't like that. Types of fat phobia. I think if I correctly, yeah, it goes over this, but there's a nifty little picture right here. But we're going to scroll back up here. I think I had something to say about this. Yeah, I did actually. Right? I might be I don't know how people are going to take this, but fat, I wouldn't say she's fat, right? She's definitely overweight. She's definitely overweight. This girl, to me, I would say that she might be a little overweight, but she's not like fat. I would not call this woman fat. Like, sure, she might weigh a little bit more than she probably should, but like her body type, look at that. Like, right? Like, she doesn't look fat, dude. Like, I would never look at her and be like, damn, dude, she's fucking fat. Anyway, I don't know. I just thought I would say that. I thought the picture was interesting, right? And it's actually interesting because she says, I'm fit. She's the only one here that's not like, she looks different than these two. And I don't mean, anyway, she just looks different than these two. So we're going to move on with that. Going on with the types of fat phobia, intrapersonal. We've already discussed this, right? Intrapersonal. Bro, there's nothing wrong with you being upset with the way that you look, right? For instance, me being upset with the way I looked led me to become someone who works out all the time, right? And I don't even mean all the time. I work out like somewhere between 3 to 5 days a week. It really depends. However, my workouts are only about 20, maybe 25 minutes. They're not super intense. They're not crazy. Dude, I could do it in the morning before work. It's not a big deal at all. And I didn't want to be a little bitch anymore. So I started working out. And guess what? I'm a better person because of it. That's right. I feel healthy and good and strong and confident. I love it, dude. Working out is super important. Everyone should do it. There's nothing wrong with it. And it's the same thing with diet. You should want to eat better, right? When you eat hamburgers and french fries and pizza and ice cream all the time, you feel like fucking shit. And your body shows it. It shows it. That's why you're fat. Not to mention all the other bullshit that it does to you, right? people getting anxiety and depression and dude, you name it. Think about all the health problems that we have right now going on in the world. A lot of that is because of diet and lack of exercise and also lack of sleep. I will say that. Oh, and I will throw this in there too. Lack of sun. People aren't getting enough sun. So it's a problem. Take care of yourself. There's nothing wrong with this intrapersonal fat phobia. I have zero issues with that. Interpersonal fat phobia, we've also gone over that. People shouldn't be walking up to you being a dick, but don't try and control it the way that they think. If they look at you and they're like, man, that person's fat, it is what it is, dude. You can't control the way it is. It is what it is. They think what they think. You can't stop that. Now, they shouldn't be a dick about it, but if it's an internal thought, nobody should give a shit, right? Institutional fat phobia, this is something that is super interesting, in my opinion. Decreased ability to access resources in society and belong. What the fuck does that even mean? Decreased ability to access resources? How? How? Unless we're talking about a door that you can't fit in, like, how do I have more access to resources than you do? I don't understand that. Right? Like, we could both go to the bank and have a checking account, right? We could both have jobs. Like, what are you talking about? You could be super obese and get a gym membership. You could go work at, like, what is stopping you from doing anything? Who's the gatekeeper here? I don't understand this logic, right? It's so fucking stupid, man. Limits access to healthcare and feeling safe in medical spaces as medical issues may be overshadowed by weight stigma. What does that even mean, dude? Limits access to healthcare. What are you talking about? Right? Especially here, right? Here, I'm in the United States. You can't be denied healthcare. It's fucking illegal. Bro, they can't deny you because you're 600 pounds. Now, if you need something like an MRI and you're, a 700-pound person and you can't fit in the MRI machine, bro, they're not denying you healthcare. They just don't have the equipment for you. And we'll go back to what I was saying earlier. Who's going to fund that? Who's going to make this new equipment for you? Like, who funds that, right? Who are these engineers that are going to create this stuff? And they're going to do it for you? It's absolutely insane. Get the fuck over yourself. This is crazy, right? Let's see, low representation of large bodies in media, theater, and other publications. What are you talking about? Have you ever heard of the body positivity movement? It's everywhere, or at least it was, but you see fat people all the time. I could be making this up. I don't think I am, but I want to say that in America, 40% of adults are obese. So how is that a low representation, dude? That's a lot of fucking people, dude. There's a lot of fat people. Lots of them. Decreased to obtain clothing in similar price style for fat people. Well, if you want to get into, let's see, the price, it should be more expensive for fat people for multiple reasons. One, fabric. Fabric is expensive. If it takes more fabric to make your clothes, it should cost more. And then the other factor in that is time, right? Labor. That's how that works. The longer someone works on something, the more it's going to cost. That's how that works in any industry ever. That's just how it is, dude. It is what it is, right? If I wanted someone to edit this video, if it took them 15 minutes, they're not going to charge me the same price as if it took them an hour. It's different, bro. Like, you got to respect other people's time. It is what it is. Limited access to spaces such as restaurants, airplanes, and educational systems, as spaces are designed for small-bodied people. When you say educational systems, are you talking about the seating? I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. And airplanes, you're not limited to access. You just have to pay for your extra seat, right? Like, how does that not make sense? So you're telling me that you take up 2 seats, I take up 1 seat, and we have to pay the same price? Explain that to me. I want you to explain that to me. I bet you can't. And you won't, because I'm not going to listen, and I don't give a shit. Limited access, yep. Okay, whatever. So let's see. types of fat phobia. I love how I said I wasn't going to go over this part and we look at this and it's the same thing. I did want to do it this way because there's a cute little picture, but we went over it. So we're going to skip it. People have the right to remain fat. You're right. No one's saying that they don't. If you want to be a fat piece of shit, you could be a fat piece of shit. It is what it is. No one's stopping you from shoving your face with food. Nobody. Nobody. We have freedom here. We have a grocery store just full of shit. You could go in there, buy whatever you want, go home, eat it all, and no one's going to fucking say anything to you. Yeah, you have the right to remain fat. You also have equal access to healthcare, right? You also have, actually, you don't have the right to this one. The right to remain in their current body size without scrutiny. Bro, people are going to talk shit. We went over this already. You can't stop people from talking shit. Like it is, matter of fact, it goes the extreme opposite way too. People talk shit about people who are too skinny. Trust me, dude, when I was young, I used to get made fun of because I was skinny. I'm no longer this like skinny little dude anymore. Ain't nobody pushing me around. You know what I mean? Just like ain't nobody pushing around a fat person, but you get what I'm saying? Spaces to exist safely and comfortable. Who the fuck is beating people up who are fat? Spaces to exist safely? What? Where are fat people going that are getting the shit kicked out of them? What do you mean? I've never heard of someone getting shot in the face because they're fat. Now, comfortably, hey man, we've already went over this too. That's nobody else's problem. If you're not comfortable in the places that you are because you're overweight, that is literally nobody else's problem. That's your problem, and you need to take responsibility for it. The ability to exist in any size. Dude, we're just like repeating ourselves over and over and over. A life free from violence or aggressive behavior. Literally, we just went over this. The freedom to not pursue health. What the fuck does that mean? The freedom to not pursue health? Who's telling you that you can't go get health care? Who is this person? Point them out to me. Who's telling you that you can't go to the doctor because you're fat? If you're upset because your doctor's saying, hey, bro, like, have you ever thought about losing weight? Like, if you think that that's such a bad thing, like, I don't know what to tell you. That's not being denied health care. You're the one denying the health care. They're trying to tell you how to fix your problems by saying, you should probably start with this. You know what I mean? Eat a little less, move a little more, things will change. You know? Like, bro, it's been like that since the beginning of time. It's no secret, dude. Everybody fucking knows this shit. The right to take up, the right to take up space. I mean, you are taking up space. You are. You're taking up a lot of space. But I guess that's why we're here, right? That's why we're taking this, we're reading this article and about to take this stupid little quiz. Who is affected by fat phobia? Everyone. Not true. I'm not affected by fat phobia. You want to know why? Because I'm not fat. I'm not fat. I choose to not be fat. I work hard to not be fat. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even say that. That's actually kind of bullshit. I don't work hard to not be fat. I just don't overeat and I exercise every once in a while. I try to get some sleep. I try to walk in the sun a little bit. That's it. That's it. I really don't do much more than that. And if you're going to say, oh, well, you don't have the same health issues that I do, bro, you don't even know the fucking health issues that I have, right? But I control my health issues because I work out and because I eat correctly and because I get sun and because I go to sleep at a decent hour and I try to get a full night's sleep. It helps tremendously. Helps tremendously. If you can't get in the sun enough, take some supplements, right? If you're not getting enough electrolytes, take some supplements, right? If you're not eating enough protein, drink a protein drink. There's options. You just can't get mad when someone says, hey, maybe you should try this. And then you're going to call them fat phobic because you're insecure. But you should be insecure. You're fat. Like, fix it. Fucking fix it. And stop putting your bullshit on everyone else. We're all tired of it, bro. We're all tired of it. Let's move on. Challenging fat phobia. Explore and learn everything you can about, I don't even know what that is, don't care. Examine how you feel about fat bodies I'm pretty sure I've been very clear about how I feel about fat bodies throughout this whole thing. So let's move on to the quiz. You guys ready? When you look at other bodies and your own, what are your thoughts? I'm gonna be real with you. I don't really look at other people's bodies and have thoughts. I mean, unless I'm like attracted to them and be like, oh shit, that chick's hot. Other than that, like I don't really care. I have too many things in my life to worry about other people. Like it is what it is, right? Yeah. Let's just jump to the quiz. All right. Question 1. This is 19 questions. There's one of 20. Do the math for me. Someone in a large body crosses the street in front of your car. You visibly see fat and cellulite on their body. They're in a bikini top, and cutoffs. My immediate thoughts are, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not even going to read this part, right? My immediate thoughts are nothing. I see fat people all the time. I don't care. Matter of fact, I'm probably not even paying attention, to be honest. But we have to answer this, right? I don't think anything different than what a small. Yeah. Oh, I could check more than one. I hope that I don't ever get that big. I mean, I don't. I don't want to get that big. But is it something that I'm thinking about? Probably not. They should dress for their body type. Like I said, not really thinking about it. I think at least they're getting exercise. I mean, true. They're walking. All right. That person doesn't take care of themselves. I'm just going to go ahead. I'm just going to keep this one checked. I don't think any of this stuff because even though it seems like I'm a dick, probably from the things that I've been saying, I'm not. I don't care. I don't care what people do. I would be happier in a smaller body. Once again, this is a weird, this is asked weird, right? Like I would be happy. I don't need to be in a smaller body. I would be happier in a smaller body. I'm just going to go ahead and disagree. I'm going to answer this honestly. Let's see what this says, right? Your cousin Emma has lost a substantial amount of weight, at least 4 dress sizes. Emma has always lived in a super fat body. Your first thought is, hell yeah, dude. To congratulate her. She's obviously been doing positive self-work. Hell yeah. I'm concerned. Nope. Doing good shit. I body check myself. No. No. I feel happy. Emma has lost weight. She is healthier. Let's go. The doctor tells you your son, daughter, or niece is overweight. Your immediate response is to limit the sweets. Yep. I don't change any. Kind of lunatic, bro. Do a purge of the household junk food. Yeah, let's go. Remind the child to watch their portions at each meal. Well, I would normally agree with this. As long as you're taking out the junk food and the sweets and all that stuff, you don't really have to limit what they eat. That processed food and sugar, that will do wonders. I don't really care if you're eating a huge portion of mashed potatoes. You really shouldn't be. You should be eating way more protein than that. But like, that's not the problem that we're dealing with here. Encourage regular meals, snacks whenever they want food. Talk about honoring their body's physical and emotional needs, including sweets and fats. Get the fuck out of here. Allow fruits and vegetables freely, but require permission for other foods. I actually disagree with this because if you eat enough fruit, you will gain weight. Fruit does have a lot of sugar in it, and you can overeat it, and you will get fat. Push my child to get outside, do sports, or move their body. Let's go. At what point do you feel weight compromises health for a 5'2" woman? This might get me in a lot of trouble, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it. 5'2", 140 pounds, you're overweight. 180, 200, weight does not compromise. You know what? Hold on. Yes. Okay. I had a feeling something like this would come up, right? So I opened this page. So let's go. Let's see. 5, 2, 140. Calculate your BMI. Your BMI is 25.6, which is considered overweight. Yeah. Yeah. Just like I thought, dude. 5'2" at 140? That's insane, bro. That's not like morbidly obese, but you're no one at 5'2" should be 140. Maybe a dude who has muscle on him, but I'll put it to you like this. I'm 160 because of muscle. If I didn't have muscle and I was 160, I'd be fat. I would probably be more healthy at 140 at my height. But we're talking about a 5'2" woman, 140. That's too much, bro. Obesity is a crisis and more people are fat than ever. True. People in small bodies work out more than people in large bodies. That's a stupid question. Not everyone who's smaller works out. Let's just disagree. People who are considered obese or morbidly obese should be told to lose weight at their health visit to prevent chronic disease. True. Saying I believe someone should try to be less fat is just as dangerous as saying I believe someone should show up less. Let's read that again. Saying I believe someone should try to be less fat is just as dangerous as saying I believe someone should show up less. Wrong. When it comes to my own body, there are parts of my body I actively try to change, such as getting more toned abs or arms. Yeah, dude, that's why I work out. It's awesome. I try not to change my body, weight, shape, or size. That's pathetic. I think I need to shrink my body and try to do so regularly. Definitely don't need to shrink. I try to change my body, but it's for myself, not others. I could agree with that. I don't try to change my body, but I feel guilty for not doing so. Nah. I see a couple in fat bodies. Like, did the fat bodies eat the couple? Or are you just saying, I see a couple in fat bodies? What a weird, stupid way of wording this, right? But I get what you're saying. I see a couple in fat bodies dining at a restaurant. The plates of food cover the table and the choices are not healthy. My immediate thought is they should not be eating that much. If they ate less, they wouldn't be fat. First of all, let's go back to what I was saying earlier. I don't really think anything. I don't care. The food here must taste good. I don't think twice because it's just another group ordering dinner. If it, yeah. I don't care. If I lost weight, that would make me healthier. I don't need to lose weight. If I am fatter, I am less attractive. True. I am more attracted to smaller bodies than larger bodies. Bodies. True. Fat people are a burden on society. They are sick more often and cause healthcare premiums to go up. True. How do you feel about your body? I mean, my body's all right. I could always use improvement. I accept my body, but I'm not love every part of it. Yeah, dude. I fixate on parts of my body I dislike and wish I could change these. Fixate. I wouldn't say I fixate on anything. I wouldn't mind having some more abs. Yeah. I mean, all dudes want bigger arms, right? Or bigger shoulders or something. That's cool. But I wouldn't say I fixate. I accept my body, but but I may not love every part of it. Yeah, that's fine. Fat people have only themselves to blame for being fat. True. I'm not even going to finish that's the other part of that sentence. It's okay to be fat as long as you're healthy. That doesn't even fucking make sense. You can't be fat and healthy at the same time. Fat people should try to be yes. It's okay to be fat. You can't. It's okay to be fat and unhealthy. It is okay to be fat and unhealthy. Like, no one's stopping you from being fat and unhealthy. Yet again, how many times do we have to go over this? Fat people should not have to pursue health or weight loss. Yeah, I don't give a shit, dude. Just don't put your bullshit on me. Like, I don't want to have to pay anything extra for you, right? Like, all these things that you want catered to you. It's bullshit. Like, it shouldn't be on the taxpayer. It's not okay to be fat. It's kind of a weird thing to say. It is okay to be fat, but like, it's also not okay to be fat. But we'll just leave it at that. If a fat person cannot fit onto an airplane seat, it's their fault.
Hi, Tower, check this out.
What you got there, House?
There's an article here on Malone.
I don't even like it.
Give me 5 points.
You got it.
Excuse me, sir. Would you mind returning to your own seat? We're about to serve the meal.
The meal?
They should be required to purchase an extra seat. Facts. They should be required to purchase an extra seat. Fat people should get an extra seat for free. Fuck you. All seats should be made bigger. Nope. Fat people should have to purchase an extra seat if they cannot fit in the ones available. Facts. Fat people should have to pay more for wedding gowns than small-bodied people. I could be wrong, but I believe that we went over this already, right? With the whole fabric and the material costs and the labor costs and all that, right? Yes, a size 18 requires significantly more material cost than a size 2. Abso-fucking-lutely, dude. Join the Fat Phobia Free Club? No. Oh! My fat phobia is showing. Could you have guessed? Would you have thunk this? Your inclusion of other humans based on body size has limits. This is harmful. Okay. Answering some of these questions in this quiz probably really challenged some of your core beliefs. Nope. It's okay. This is super normal. Yeah. Look at who wrote this. I mean, is this surprising at all? Look at this chick. Which, by the way, she does not look fat. And she's a registered dietitian. Sheesh. In fact, it's where pretty much everyone starts out when they want to recognize their biases based on what blah, 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 the fact that you're right, blah, blah, blah. I'm taking the quiz because I thought it would be silly, not because I'm not trying to prove anything. Recognizing your bias is the first step to ditching fat phobia. I'm probably not going to ditch fat phobia because I don't think that anything that I said today went too far, right? I'm not hating on anybody. I said that multiple times. Where are the participants? Blah, blah, blah. You can either blah, blah, blah. Learn all you can about blah. Yeah. Go fuck yourself. Let's do this together. No. You know what I do want to do? Let's see. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Hi, I'm Sheena, registered dietitian and health activist. I'm so glad you're here. I am here to support you in building body trust, experiencing food freedom, ditching diet culture. Diet culture? You're a dietitian. Eating intuitively, practicing lasting behavior change. So fucking interesting, dude, that you're so damn scared. Bro, you think that she's a vegetarian or a vegan? Not to mention she's on a bike. I think she's fat phobic, bro. Can a fat person get on that bike? You're oppressing them. This woman right here, Sheena, right? Sheena? Yeah, Sheena, you're oppressive. This is fucking offensive, dude. As seen in, are these insurance providers? Yes. What in the world? Anyway, Sheena, you're offensive. Super offensive. You're not fat. You're on a bike. Like, what are you doing? Ugh.